Hey guys, it's TJ and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about this time that I was on my way back from a trip and my aunt played a book on CD, where they read it to you, a recording of someone who read it. And the book said ages 12 to 14. It was like 17 plus. So if you guys don't know, a few days ago I went on a trip out of state, and you probably couldn't tell because I had videos scheduled where they uploaded every day. Oh, wow, nice. Just listened to that on the car ride, and it was a completely normal story, She found it in the young adult section. It was like a normal story until it got to this one point where it got interesting. I know I have younger viewers, so I'm going to try to be, discreet, I guess. So it was like a completely normal story. It was called Finding Alaska, if you guys want to go read it, but, yeah, that's what it was called. And it started out completely normal. Well, not completely normal, but it was pretty normal. A few weird things happened, like the main character and this girl, they were alone on campus and ended up finding, other people's porn and watching it. So that part was a little weird, but it didn't really describe it at all. But then it got to this one part where it was pretty detailed. So it was like this guy and this girl were watching a movie or a TV or something, probably Netflix. And then out of nowhere, the girl was like, "Have you ever gotten? How do I put this?" She was like, "Have you ever gotten a BJ?" That's all I'm gonna say. Is that don't look it up, okay? If you don't know what it is, good. Don't look it up. So yeah, she asked that, and he was like, "No," and she's like, "Oh, I've never given one." And then yeah, it ended up happening. It was very descriptive about it. It was like, it wasn't just like, "Oh yeah, that happened." It was like, it wasn't just like, "Oh yeah, and so then it happened" type of thing. It was like, it described everything that happened, exactly. I'm trying to be discreet because I know I have my younger cousin and stuff like that who watch this, so I'm trying to be child friendly. But yeah, those books that are really descriptive and you're kind of put into the setting. This is one setting that I would not really want to be sharing. Yeah, I know that was kind of hard to picture. I know I didn't explain it that well, but it's because I'm trying to be discreet. But basically, we were on our way back from an out-of-state trip. My aunt, who had previously bought a whole bunch of books on CD, put one in. It was a completely normal book until it got to this one point where, basically, the girl was giving a guy a BJ. It described it very well and stuff like that. I pretended I was asleep. It also had some, going on. And so I was like, crap, and I leaned up against the window and just pretended I was asleep, and my dad was like, he was saying, we're not going to play that anymore. After an hour and a half of it being played already, and I was like, oh, I was asleep, I didn't hear, was it bad or something? And he was like, yeah, it was. But yeah, I just pretended I was asleep so that my dad didn't know I heard it, pretended to be oblivious, basically. And when I say it was descriptive, I mean, very, very descriptive. Yeah, those scenes where it describes, oh, it was a cold forest, the snow onto my skin, slowly melting, stuff like that. It was, super descriptive. It said the exact color. Just describes every detail where you can imagine yourself there with them. That's what it was like, alright? It was not ideal. It was not fun. I almost just got a quad. Anyway, guys, that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.